Hey, what's going on YouTube? I just hopped on. So if you guys have any questions about selling on Amazon FBA, make sure you comment them, even if you're not watching this live stream, and I will answer them at a later date. I'm live on both TikTok and YouTube, so I'm taking questions from both. You want to start Amazon FBA? That's awesome. Do I do online arbitrage? Yes, I do online arbitrage. How does a person get started? Basically, first thing you want to do is create an Amazon seller account, and then you want to start looking for products to sell on Amazon. I use a program called Tactical Arbitrage, and you can get a free 10-day trial by clicking the link in my bio. Hey, what's going on, Bob? What app or site do you recommend to start finding the first product? Canada, please. I recommend using Tactical Arbitrage, which is in the link in my bio, and you can check that out there. You can get a 10-day free trial. I've just begun, but confused how to start. Yeah, so basically, first things first, you want to create an Amazon seller account. Go to sellercentral.amazon.com and create an account from there. After that, after you've created an account, then you want to start looking for products to sell. So you're going to want to use a site like Tactical Arbitrage. How much is the trial app? So it's a free 10-day trial, and then after that, I recommend going to the online arbitrage plan, which is $89 US per month. But it pays for itself really quickly when you're constantly searching for items to sell. So I just posted a new YouTube video today, guys. If you have not checked that out, click the link in my bio, go to my YouTube channel, check it out. It is talking about the craziest sale that I ever made on Amazon. You guys are going to want to see that. Yeah, once again, my YouTube channel is called Amazon and eBay Guru. So go check that out. And if you're watching it on YouTube, go check out that video as well. How long did it take me to see results doing Amazon FBA? I mean, I started noticing results right away. I got in at a good time 9 years ago. Yeah, basically, I started making profits right away. Is it realistic to start off with 1K in this day and age, like how you did, and be very successful? Yes, absolutely, but it will take time. How long have you been selling on Amazon? 9 years. Cool. I want to see that crazy sale. Yeah, go check it out. Standard, that'd be awesome. Guys, ask any questions that you have. Can you start out just selling one product on Amazon FBA and hope to see results? Absolutely. You can sell just one product. My very first ever product was a Texas Instruments graphic calculator, and that was the only product I sold for quite some time. What are the benefits of getting an LLC or getting a CPA? So you can discuss questions like that, because I don't really discuss that too much. It really varies by region and stuff. So, but yeah, definitely get a CPA, and then you can feel free to ask them those questions. The gist of it is your taxes will be paid by the business in a corporate tax rate, so it will be a lower tax rate. That's kind of the gist of it. I was gonna sell that Texas Instruments as well 3 years ago. Oh, no way. What have you made so far on Amazon altogether? I have no idea off the top of my head. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. How many hours a week do you spend working? About 20 to 30 hours per week right now. So it's not too much. I'm spending more time on like building my personal brand right now, which is nice. Um, I think it's important to tell them what not to sell. Don't sell don't sell Apple TVs, don't sell anything that Amazon sells, like what are those Kindles and stuff like that. Don't sell that stuff. Don't sell Amazon Basics products either. Sorry, I meant to say, can I spend $10 on products and on a product and see results? I mean, like, if you spend $10 on a product, you're likely going to make like $2 profit. So you're gonna have to still sell a lot of them to actually see results. What is IP alert? So yeah, IP alert is a Google Chrome extension that allows you to see whether or not an item is likely to get an IP complaint against it. So, yeah, I recommend using that program. What products do you recommend selling? I recommend selling anything and everything that you're ungated in that you're allowed to sell on Amazon that will be profitable for you. Can I spend $500 on this business? Ideally, you want to start with at least $1,000, but yes, you absolutely can start with 500. I just tell people like 1,000 is going to give you a realistic chance of buying enough inventory where you can start making some decent money. Guys, feel free to ask any questions if you're here watching on YouTube. Thank you for those thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Is $1,000 including the ads? You don't have to pay for ads if you're buying well-known products. I've never spent $1 on an ad. Hey, how's it going? When selling on Amazon. So, do you have any in-person employees or just VAs? It's just my wife and I that work on the business together. So she is my only actual in-person employee, and then I have 5 virtual assistants that work for me. Can we look at the poster at the back? Yeah, for sure. So it says, I'll move out of the way for everyone to see. It says success, hard work, persistence, late nights, rejection, sacrifices, discipline, criticism, doubts, failure, risk. So it's everything that it takes to get to the success, which is at the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so you're doing, okay. How much more do you recommend me selling? 5B as well. Your last guy, I like it. Lazy guy with freedom. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily lazy, but just smart, working smart, not hard. Okay, you get 1,000, then what? Then you buy the inventory and reinvest it to constantly grow that inventory. The more inventory that you have, the more sales you can make, the more profit you can make. Why does your course cost so much? Because there's a lot of value in it, and for me to sell my course for $100 or something, it's just not doesn't make sense to me. So $1,000 is fair for me, and it's fair for the buyer because they get a lot of value out of it. I was bugging you. I know you're not lazy. You're not be successful. No, no, you're all good. Don't worry. I'm going to get your course soon. Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to working with you, the Wardens. Guys, I'm live on both TikTok and YouTube. That's why I keep looking up and down. Isn't there an additional approval process to sell well-known products? Um, isn't, isn't there an additional approval product process to sell well-known products? There can be. It depends if you're gated or ungated in a specific brand or category. But what if you don't get successful? Will you give a refund. If you take my course and you dedicate time to the business and put in the effort and invest the money, you will have success. When you pay attention. If it was free, you have no skin in the game. Absolutely. How much more do you recommend selling over the price that it's listed for? Um, I mean, it really depends what margin you're looking to get, what the other competition's selling for, but ideally like 30 to 40. What's the success rate with your course? Do you do one-on-one? Yes, I do one-on-one, and there's a lot of success. I don't have an exact rate, but I mean, I get students all the time reaching out saying, I have a guy, I don't know if he's on this live or not, but he just did 10K in his first month, like stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I've had many successful stories. So, and yes, I do one-on-one calls as well. And when you take my course, you get direct access to my email address so you can ask me any questions along the way. Where do you buy the products at a discounted price? Yeah, so you can run um, you can run searches through tactical arbitrage. That's how I find products, and a lot of times they're discounted products as well. 10K in profits. What was the question? How much did the guy spend to start the Amazon FBA? The guy that did the 10K in his no, it was 10K in revenue, but for your first month, that was impressive. How much did he spend? That's a good question. I never asked him. Do you build your own listings, Hamilton, or piggyback mainly? Yeah, I piggyback off of all my listings. They're already all well-known products, already listed on Amazon. How do you know if a product is gated or not? You go to add a product in Seller Central, and then you go to add that product, and it will tell you whether or not you can sell it or not. Thank you, James. Hey, James. Welcome. You are the newest member of the FBA Freedom Course. So we just had James sign up. I don't know if you're on the YouTube live or on the TikTok live, but James, welcome, and I look forward to working with you. Go through the course and email me any questions that you have along the way. How do you know if a product is gated or not? Okay, answered that. Um, I found that building my own work and add video DM, and I'll show you how with wholesale. Um, if I do Amazon FBA, will I dedicate full time to do this, or can I do it a few times a week? You can absolutely do it a few times a week just starting out. Is there any information on VAs in the course, or can I talk to you about it in a consultation? Both. Yes, there is. I actually have an interview that I did with a VA, so I show you the exact questions that I ask, and you can absolutely talk. We can go more in detail about VAs in a one-on-one consultation as well, the wardens. And hey, I admire your work so much. How much do you suggest starting off with buying products? I recommend starting with at least $1,000 to invest in inventory. Second question: I lived in the USA, but moving to Canada. Is there any advice with selling in both areas? Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. I sell in both Amazon on Amazon.ca and Amazon.com. I live in Canada, and majority of my sales come from the US. So, uh, yeah, the advice is just get your listings up on both platforms. Absolutely. Congratulations, James. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have to be accepted by Amazon to sell products? Certain products, yes, you have to. Um, if I buy your course and spend 1.5K, will I get profit? Yes, you will. It's a matter of time, right? So like let's say you spend $1,500 on products, you sell 750 in your first month at a 20% profit margin, that would be about $150 profit. So I mean, over the year, you'll easily make that money back if you invest that 1,500 in inventory and constantly reinvest those profits. Then it just kind of snowballs. It's a snowball effect, and your business will continue to grow. My own listing build own listings. Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Standard. Sorry about that. How did you learn? Did you take a course? No, I never took a course actually. I started this 9 years ago. There was nobody making courses at that time, so I had to learn on my own. And I've built this business up, spent thousands of hours on this business over the past 9 years. So that's how I got to this point. But Amazon look for rating and customer feedback. Um, yeah, it's surprisingly not as relevant as you may think. Thank you for sharing the live. I want to do Amazon FBA and spend on your course, but right now I'm just saving up for it. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, I look forward to working with you in the future. Hello, what products do you uh, s- what products do you recommend starting off with that will guaranteed sell? Um, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of products that will be guaranteed sellers. You got to look at sales rank, you got to look at monthly sales, you got to look at competition, stuff like that. Do I provide mentorship? Yes, I do. You can click the link in my bio. It'll take you to my course where I also offer one-on-one calls. What if I don't get good? What if I don't good rating and feedback? How am I going to get customers though to buy the product? As long as you're in the buy box, customers aren't really checking that, to be honest. Do you still sell any product you started 9 years ago or so? No, I don't. Will you help me one on one after buying the course? Yes, you get my direct email address, and you can also schedule one on one calls. Um, the one on one calls cost. The email address, like if you send me emails, questions along the way, that does not cost. That's included in the course. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We have 30 of you in the TikTok live, and we got 4 of you in the YouTube live. So more on TikTok, but guys, feel free to ask those questions. How much does a call scheduled with you usually cost? So it's 500 US dollars if you don't buy the course. If you buy the course, you can get one hour call, and you can buy it for 11.97. So that's 197 for the call. Or if you buy 3 1 hour calls, then it's 500 US. I have already bought Amazon course from other guys, so if I fail to get profit, then I will buy your course. Yeah, absolutely. I hope to work with you one day. I'm in the course. Do you walk us through A to Z, setting up everything we need to get started? Yes. And as I said before, I'm not sure if you were here. You get my direct email address as well. So if there's anything that's not clear or anything you want me to make another video about, just shoot me an email, and I'm always adding to the course. So every time that I add to the course, you will get an email if you're a registered student, and you'll get an email every time that I add something to the course, and you can go check it out at that point. What's different from other people that offer courses? The biggest difference is I make the majority of my income from selling on Amazon. A lot of people who have courses, big courses, don't even really sell on Amazon. They just, they learned it and quickly make a course, and they're making all their money from selling courses. I don't make all my money from selling courses. I don't advertise it. The only thing that I advertise it on is my YouTube channel and my TikTok channel. I don't pay for ads. Um, I, yeah, basically, I just I make the majority of my money from selling on Amazon. So I'm someone who actually does it. I built this business from the ground up over the past 9 years. So that's what makes my course different is and the fact that you get my direct email address. You're not emailing one of my employees. You're emailing me directly. So any questions along the way, I'm here to help. Uh, how much do how much your customers make from your course? Best example. I got a guy who's on pace to do $1 million in sales. He did 900K last year. What's your month's revenue in USA? I'm on both my devices right now, so I don't have a way of checking that. Actually, I can check it on here. Quickly check it on here how much I've done. ASM. I'm assuming amazing selling machine or something. I don't know whose course that is actually. Report, where is it? Sales. Reports, business reports. Do you get a lot of emails a day? I get several emails every day. I spend a portion of my day answering those for sure. So year to date on Amazon.com, I've done just over 500K. So I mean, in 4 months, that's like 125K a month. It's honestly a slower year than last year. Last year, I ended up the year with 1.8 million on Amazon.com. I was going to purchase your course a couple weeks ago. I'm still looking to invest with you. Push me to make the purchase, please. I just got my Amazon account up. I'm waiting on my first product order. Hey, that's awesome. I'm not going to push you to order. You know what? You got to do what's best for you. Um, but I will tell you, $1,000. If you buy my course, $1,000. That's not going to change my life. I make thousands of dollars all the time. With that being said, $1,000 investment in yourself could change your life if you learn how to sell on Amazon properly. If you don't learn how to sell on Amazon properly and you start buying products and start losing money, then you're going to give up and you're likely not going to have success. So this decision, it really could change your whole outlook on Amazon and could help you to have success with selling on Amazon. So just keep that in mind. But obviously, I know you're telling me to push you to make the purchase, but I'm not going to push you to make the purchase. If you want to purchase it, absolutely. If not, completely fine also. But just understand that my course will take you step by step on how to sell on Amazon FBA. What's your average net profit on sales doing RA? So I mainly do OA, basically 100% OA now. And so average profit is usually about 23%. Anywhere from 18 to 23 is average. Good job. Do you need to pay the $40 per month for Amazon sellers? You haven't sold anything yet. You do if you want to be able to use tactical arbitrage because they require the professional account. That's exactly what I was asking. Boom. Hey, awesome, Israel. Um, does your course have all the products we need to sell? No, my course does not tell you what products you should sell, because if I did that, then you'd have hundreds of people competing on the same product. So I'm not going to do that. With that being said, um, with that being said, I give you all the tools that you need to find which products you should buy and make it and purchase and resell profitably. Does your sorry, I meant OA. Sorry, what was the question? Oh, OA. Yeah. Anyway, 18 to 23%. So after buying the course, do we still have to pay you money for a one-on-one call? So it's like, say you buy the course with the 3 one-on-one calls. So you pay $14.97. You don't pay anything after. If you buy the course with no calls, then you pay $9.97. And yes, if you did want to call, you'd have to pay for it. But as I said, you could just get the course and then you have direct access to my emails. What made you want to build a course, and what does your day-to-day look like running an Amazon FBA business? Yeah. What made me want to create a course? I saw so many other people creating courses that didn't actually sell on Amazon. I did my research and found that several of them, I found some of their Amazon stores and they were selling like mugs and they were saying they were multi-million-dollar sellers. It's just like, no. And so that frustrated me. And it was like, I know that I can provide a lot of value to customers or to my students. And so that's what made me want to create the course. I was already making videos. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to make videos, pre-recorded videos showing step-by-step how to sell on Amazon FBA. And so far, so good. What does a day-to-day look like running an Amazon FBA business? So I have 5 virtual assistants that work for me. That would be the standard. That would be the guy that I am referring to in terms of the mugs. Yes, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So, yeah. Anyways, um, and what does your day-to-day look like running an Amazon FBA business? So yeah, as I said, I have 5 virtual assistants that work for me, so they're doing the majority of the work. For me, mainly, it's purchasing products and then also just sending the shipping labels to my prep centers. Is it okay to get suspended on Amazon your first time around? And how do you get unsuspended? Ideally, you don't want to ever get suspended, but I've been suspended before. I mean, it's part of the business. Obviously, there's times when your performance metrics can't be perfect. So, I mean, you got to try your best not to get suspended. But yeah, if it happens, there are ways to get around it. And there are, if worst case, there are also lawyers that you can hire that can get you out of it. But I've never had to hire a lawyer. I've been able to get out of it just by submitting appeals. So we don't need to pay any money on ads, correct? You do not need to pay any money on ads. Do you suggest Amazon automation or private selling? I do not suggest Amazon automation. But yeah, you can absolutely recommend private selling. Or no, sorry, I think you're asking private label. I do not recommend private label either. Biggest mistakes or misconceptions you find people make when starting an Amazon FBA business? Yeah, the biggest mistake or misconception is that they go into the business expecting that they're going to make millions of dollars right away, and it's just not realistic. Like, say you have $1,000 to invest, you're not going to make $1 million right away. So, yeah, it's the misconception that they think they're going to get rich quick by signing up and creating an Amazon seller account, and that's just not realistic. Why do people get banned selling on Amazon FBA? Selling counterfeit products, selling returned products, stuff like that. Have you ever tried to use the Amazon affiliate program for a website to drive traffic to your listing? I have not, actually. But people make 10K in their first month, don't they? Yes, that would mainly be people who have a bigger amount to invest upfront, and 10K in revenue, not profit. But someone who has $1,000 to invest is not going to make 10K in sales in their first month. It's just not realistic. What happens when someone returns the product? Are you just out of that return on that return? So when someone returns the product, Amazon will evaluate whether or not that item is still in sellable condition. If it's in sellable condition still, then that item can be resold. So it'll just go back into your inventory. If the item is in unsellable condition, then that item will go into your unsellable inventory, and you can either choose to have it liquidated, which you get a very small amount, 5 to 10% of the original MSRP, or you can have it sent back to you, which is what I do for all of my returns. And the other option is to have Amazon dispose of it. So if it's like, like a $5 item or something, and you just don't want to pay for the shipping back to you, then you can just dispose of it as well. So there's three options there. How much of the 10K is profit? Probably about $2,000. I don't know that person's exact situation, but likely they were around a 20% profit margin. So probably around $2,000. Well, what happens when someone returns the product? Oh, I already answered that. Do I need to pay the suppliers to ship the product since the product isn't with me? So your supplier, like let's say it's Walmart, then that's going to be free shipping directly to your prep center. And then from your prep center, it is going to go into the Amazon FBA warehouses. And then Amazon takes care of the customer service and shipping from there. What want What's a more realistic profit made after investing 1K? How long would it take to profit 5K from 1K? Only 2K profit from 10K? Okay, so what I always like to say, I like to be realistic with numbers, right? So if you're investing $1,000 in inventory, half of your inventory sells in that first month. So you sell 500 at a 20% profit margin, that would be about $100 profit. So it really depends. Do you then take that $100 and put it back into the business, or do you go and spend it? Because if you go and spend it, it's going to take a lot longer. But if you're constantly reinvesting your profits into additional inventory, that will allow you to get to that 5K profit a lot quicker. So, I mean, realistically, you can expect to probably make like 1,500 to 2,000 profit in your first year. And then, if you reinvest that, then you can probably get to that 5K mark in about 2 years. What is revenue and profit? So revenue is your total sales that you make, and then profit is the amount that you actually get to keep in your pocket after paying all the fees. Only 2K profit from 10K. Yeah, on average about the margin is about 20%. Brad, thanks for those likes. Would private label you keep more profit? Potentially, but you could also lose everything. So I don't recommend private label. Do you find products you sell tend to fizzle out or get too saturated? Sometimes, but usually not really. Um, what services do I need to pay when doing Amazon FBA? Click the link in my bio. I give all the services that I recommend. Tactical arbitrage is the big one. That's going to be how you're going to find products to purchase and resell on Amazon. Hello, I started retail arbitrage in Canada. If I start in States, do I need a prep center or can I send it straight to Amazon warehouse? So if you're doing, if you're going to do online arbitrage in the States, you're going to need a prep center because you cannot send it directly from a retailer to Amazon. It has to go to a prep center first. Because when you send inventory into Amazon, you need to put a shipping label on it and an FBA label on it. If it doesn't have the FBA label, which it wouldn't if it was coming directly from like Walmart or something, then Amazon's not going to know whose inventory that is, and they'll just put it aside, throw it out. It's never going to go into your inventory, and you just lost that. So never send stuff directly to a prep center. Or sorry, I take that back. Never send stuff directly to an Amazon warehouse from the retailer. Do you advertise with PPC? I do not do any advertising. Got it. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. Or do you pay people to review products online? Nope. And no, I don't pay any. Everything that I sell is already well-known products. So there's no need for me to pay for ads. I've never, I can say this, I can honestly say this, I have never paid even $1 to advertise on Amazon. Now I haven't even tried it because there's no need. Amazon has millions and millions of customers. So if you're selling already well-known products, there's no need. Is it a complicated process to start with Amazon FBA for someone new to it? It can be. It's just a matter of if you learn how to do it properly or not. It can be complicated, but if you learn how to do it properly, it's pretty easy. The max cost for your course is 2K. What is the last one? I was just looking at it. Yeah, that's if you want 5 different logins. That's more if you want to give access to your VAs. Most people will never need that. What do I sell? I sell all sorts of stuff. Check out my other videos. I show exactly what I sell on Amazon. So how do you not race to the bottom or buy box? On buy box, I mean, I use a repricer, so I have a min max. But yes, Brad, I finally took it down. I have a min max, so I don't. I have like what the minimum I want to go to, and then I'll just hold on to it from there. I won't go any lower than my min price. If someone gets a notice to submit a POA and gets approved to continue selling on Amazon, then gets another IP complaint. What could happen? That's a good question. Like proof of authenticity and then gets approved to continue selling it on Amazon and then gets another IP complaint. I mean, I would just submit the same way um I would submit your documentation that they require and hope for the best. Is it essential? How does it get ranked? Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Is it essential to get a product in the buy box? Not essential, but it's more ideal too. For your course, which one do people usually buy? They usually buy between the 997 option and the 1197 option. Those are the two main, and I would say the majority purchase the 1197. Is it possible to have two seller accounts? Yes, if you have written confirmation from Amazon, but my question would be, why would you want two? Ideally, you just want to have one. Where can I find your tutorial options and costs associated? Yeah, you can click the link in my bio. So just go to my page and click the link in my bio, and it will take you to it. If you want to go directly to it, it's called FBAFreedomCourse.com, and you can just type it into your browser, FBAFreedomCourse.com. Have you tried any other business ventures? I mean, I sell on multiple different platforms. Mainly, I've always tried e-commerce though. Yes, free prices and wait for stock outs. Cool. Yeah. Um, yeah, sweet. We're all caught up on questions. Do I sell on Walmart? Yes, I do. How do you get your products ranked without advertising? Won't you rank bottom of page? No, because everything that I sell is already well-known products. So, like an example of something that I sell is a KitchenAid mixer. So, if someone types in KitchenAid mixer, it's still going to rank on that page. My buddy is going to buy your course, Hamilton. You're the real deal, sir. Hey, that's awesome. I look forward to working with your buddy. And you can call me Ryan. Hamilton's just my middle name. Um, yeah, awesome. Do you have to get ungated for Walmart? No, you don't. That is the beauty of Walmart selling on Walmart. You do not. So you do wholesale? No, I do online arbitrage. Online arbitrage is when you purchase items from online retailers and then resell them on Amazon for a profit. You can sell anything on Walmart? Yeah, pretty much. I haven't run into too many items that I can't sell. There's the odd stuff, of course. Do I like Amazon or Walmart more? Amazon way more. There's just way more customers. Your stuff moves way quicker. So yeah, absolutely Amazon over Walmart. Hey, can you answer my question from up there? What was your question? Can you resend your question? Because I don't see it. Um, I've been going back and forth on who to buy course from, but I'm definitely going with you. I can tell you're genuine and passionate about this and helping others. Thank you for all these gems. Hey, thank you. I look forward to working with you. I appreciate that. For Walmart, do you ship straight to customer or to Walmart building the customer? So with Walmart, the way I run my Walmart store is I just sell the items that are on my Amazon FBA store, and I have a program that I use that will, when I make a sale on Walmart, it will automatically ship the item to the customer, to the Walmart customer from my Amazon FBA warehouse in a non-Amazon box. What would it take for you to switch from arbitrage to only sourcing overseas? Um, Yeah, I mean, I've tried it. I've tried sourcing from Alibaba, and I just didn't have success with it. So that's why I never continued with that. I've had a lot of success with online arbitrage, so that's the business model that I've stuck with. Um, your question is it question mark? Sorry, I still don't know what you mean by that. When your VAs send you a product to buy, what would be a reason you would decide not to buy? Good question, Brad. A reason I wouldn't buy the product would be um, sometimes they'll send me products that for me, sometimes my VAs will not understand like what category the product would be in. Like I don't sell in grocery. Sometimes they'll send me like grocery items by accident, and then I just don't buy them. So that'd be one of the reasons. Another reason would be that product has went out of stock from the time that they sent it to me to the time that I was going to buy it. Can you explain retail arbitrage in a bit more detail, please? Yes, retail arbitrage is when you walk into a retail store. So you walk into Walmart, you go to you go to the shelves, you start scanning products, and you start purchasing products from Walmart in store to sell on Amazon. What are your monthly costs to running your business? Honestly, my costs are pretty low. Um, a couple thousand, and then plus prep center fees and shipping. So it's under 10K after factoring in prep center fees, which is where the large majority comes from, and shipping fees into Amazon. What would be profit if we invested 2,000? So 2,000, assuming you sell through half of your inventory and not all of it, then you'd be selling 1,000, and then at a 20% profit margin, it'd be about 200. Let's say you sold all your inventory, you had a really fast selling product, then you'd be at about $400 profit. I meant online arbitrage. Oh, okay. So online arbitrage, same thing, but instead of walking into the store, you go to an online store and purchase it. W- would profit be much more starting with 2K? I mean, yeah, definitely it would double, right? From 1K. Hey Ryan, I'm having major issues getting my identity verified by Amazon. No logo on bank statements. You can go into your bank and ask them to print your bank statements on a letterhead and then just scan that to Amazon. That should help. Um, when you say your FBA building, you mean prep center? I think last time you said you didn't have a warehouse anymore. Yes, absolutely, prep center. I and yeah, I don't have a warehouse anymore. Am I 100% away? Yes, I am. Do you go live somewhere else beside YouTube? Yes, I'm live on TikTok as well. My TikTok is called Official Ryan Hamilton, and I have way more people on there than I do on YouTube. I think I got like 11,000 on YouTube, and I got like 57,000 on TikTok. So yeah, that's why I'm looking back and forth. I'm super busy and will likely be using VAs at some point. What should I be considering at prior to your course? Um, Yeah. So, I mean, understand that you can run the business even if you're busy. You don't need a ton of time when you're first starting out, especially if you're just starting out with a few products. And yeah, in my course, I teach you exactly how to hire VAs. I show an actual interview with a VA, and then you also get my direct email address. So, any questions along the way, feel free to ask. Typo or retail? Sorry, I must have missed that. How is it a snowball effect if your profit is $400, for example? So, okay, so you sell $2,000 and you make a 20% profit margin. So now you have 2,400. Okay, so now that if you reinvest that all into inventory, you sell it again. Now your profit is going to be 480. Then now you take that 480, you put it into the 2,400. Now you have 2,880. You almost have 3,000. You're almost making that $600. So that's how it continues to snowball. Do you use any extensions checking for IP? There's a one that I recommend called IP Alert that you can check out. It's a Google Chrome extension that checks for IP complaints of which brands are likely to give IP complaints. What company do you recommend for
Here's what
VA?
I found.
What company do you recommend for VA? Go to my YouTube channel and type in like Amazon and eBay Guru, and then type in virtual assistant. And almost all my videos talk about that one. The talking about virtual assistants talk about the agency that I use. Take this again and again for 12 months. Absolutely. When you are buying the products, are you buying multiple at once for arbitrage? Yes, I am. Hey, Tech. Tech. I was actually talking about you earlier in this live. People were asking, so on that 10K you sold in your first month, what was your profit on that? We actually have the guy who did it, um, who did 10K in his first month after taking my course. So um, profits is 20% net or gross after shipping and stuff. 20 is net after all fees. Nice gold nugget on VA. Yeah, yeah, no worries. Does your course have everything we need to get to profit? Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever done FBM? Yes, I used to do FBM for many years before I started the FBA program. What is your YouTube channel? It's called Amazon and eBay Guru. I'll type that out for you. Or you can just click the link in my bio and it will take you there. I am just waiting. Okay, he said he did $3,000 profit after that on that 10K. So that's huge. That's 3K net. Wow. Congrats. That's awesome, man. And how are your sales going now? I haven't followed up with you for a little bit. Did you ever sell pools? No, a lot of people have asked me that question. Like, that's actually a question I've got like probably 10 times if I've sold swimming pools. And it's like, no, I never did, but I should have because the margins were insane on that. CK, thanks for the follow. Clorox, no. That's one that I thankfully stayed away from because a lot of people were getting banned, like selling anything like that in 2020. FBM is a job and I love it. Hot tubs, pool, and pool floats. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah. FBM is a lot more work for sure. Guys, if you are in this YouTube live, please give it a thumbs up. And we have, so the person who did 10K in their first month, they did 14K this month so far. And that's only 21 days in. Hey, I'm awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome. Just joined your YouTube channel, getting my funding, then going to take your course in a couple weeks. Hey, that's awesome, Glenn. I look forward to working with you. How many people do I coach? I don't give out the exact number, but it's in the multiple hundreds. Congratulations on 14K so far this month. That is awesome. Awesome. Did your student have any prior e-commerce experience? Did you have any prior e-commerce experience? Tech? What shipping company did you use for FBA in Canada? I used to just use Canada Post and it was really expensive. Yeah, absolutely. Glenn, I'm just waiting for his response. Clorox bans. No, that wasn't the reason. It was just the people were pricing it too high for what it was supposed to sell for. Do you sell hazmat? No, not typically. Did any of your students not succeed? Absolutely. Yes. Some of my students did not succeed. The majority of the students who did not succeed though just never took action. They took the course and then didn't even create a seller account or created a seller account but didn't invest money into inventory, didn't follow how I taught it. So, yeah, I'm not going to say everyone's successful because absolutely that's not the case. Do I sell meltable? No. No meltable products. I like hazmat, less competitive. Yeah, fair enough. I personally just stay away from it, but any particular banks you recommend here or in the US? I use TD for both my US based bank account and Canadian based bank account. It's nice to have two of the same, then it's easy to transfer the money. Like I just wire it from my US account to my Canadian account, my Canadian US dollar account. If I buy your course, I'm going to spend a few hours a day. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, the more time that you can dedicate, the faster you'll be able to have success. Because with tactical arbitrage, you got to constantly be running searches and whatnot. What about corporate structure? Crop in Canadian dollars. Corporate structure. Yeah, I mean that's something you're going to want to discuss with your accountant. I don't personally give that stuff out just because it's so different for everyone. It really depends on your situation, how many sales you're making, stuff like that. I recommend starting as a sole proprietor and then incorporating once you get to a significant level of sales. It's just less accounting costs when you're a sole proprietor. Does online arbitrage know what products to sell? Tactical arbitrage, you run searches on and it'll tell you which products you can purchase profitably and resell on Amazon. What happens when the products arrive at a prep center and is damaged? Yeah. So if a product arrives damaged at a prep center, the prep center will reach out to me and they will say, "We received your product, it's damaged. What do you want us to do with it?" I'll usually tell them, "Okay, I'll get the retailer to send me a return label." And then I send it to them and they return the product back to the retailer for me so that I get a refund, and they don't charge for that. Some maybe do, maybe some prep centers do, but my prep centers don't. How much is TA? Do you have an affiliate link? Yes, I do have an affiliate link. It's $89 a month if you do the online arbitrage plan, and the affiliate link is in the link in my bio. EIN use Wyoming agents IRS. It's free. Don't ever pay a guy. Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Do you recommend ClickBank? There's no need to use ClickBank for selling on Amazon. Is the price of your course in Canadian? No, it's in US dollars. Because the majority of my students, well, I guess it's a mixture of both, but I have a lot of students from the States. If you have a VA and TA, you have to give them your email and password. There's ways around it. I don't personally give them my email and password. I was answering that for the other viewers for information. Awesome. Hey, I'll be back in like 30 seconds, guys. So Glenn, we did just get the answer. Sorry, I just stepped out. No e-commerce experience, but I had business experience as running a brick and mortar store. So he had business experience, but not e-commerce experience. To answer that question of yours, um, um, if you have a VA, okay, answered that. Imagine he forgets about us. No, I didn't forget about you guys. I was back quickly. I'm scared to do Amazon FBA because there's a lot of unknown costs and problems, right? There's definitely stuff you can run into. I wouldn't say there's a lot of unknown costs because I try to make it as transparent as possible, knowing which programs to use and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that can go wrong if you don't learn how to do it properly. Is tactical arbitrage still relevant in 2022? Absolutely, yes. Yes, it is. Do you still use it? Yes, I do. Um, is your course, do you tell us how to avoid these problems? Yeah, I do my absolute best. And any questions you have along the way, once again, you get my direct email address. So my goal is for my students to succeed, not to fail. So I don't want people getting suspended and stuff. So I do everything that I can to have people succeed. Um, any advice for hitting a capital wall? I mean, you ideally want to be able to leverage credit cards, but be smart with that because you don't want to get stuck with credit card debt. Obviously, 20 to 30% interest rates on credit cards is stupid. And um, yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So ideally, try to avoid that. You can also reach out to your bank for like, lines of credit and stuff. That's going to be a lot better credit to use than it is um, credit cards. But yeah, also just try to constantly reinvest your profits, and that will allow you to build up more capital. Um, Ryan's way is smart and less stress on tax stuff I deal with. Fair enough. Do I need to hire an accountant to pay my taxes for Amazon FBA? Um, Unless you know how to do it yourself. I mean, it's good to have an accountant. I have an accountant that I recommend to people. So if you ever want that, I can give you that recommendation. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely do it with just a bookkeeper or just like a VA bookkeeper, but you just have to know how to submit it, and you got to submit it in Canada T1 General, and that's kind of a lot of work. So ideally, you want to have an accountant submit it. If you're just a sole proprietorship, it's not that expensive though to do. Use payability for cash advances on daily sales, not use credit cards. Yeah, you can use payability as well. If you check out my YouTube videos, I have a link that will give you, I think, a free $200 if you want to check out payability. Since you sell US in from Canada, dealing with returns would be a headache. Yeah, it can be, but just get my prep company to bring it back across the border and drop it off. And I got one 300 square foot and one 200 square foot storage lockers full of returns that I just haven't had a chance to deal with. I keep making more videos on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, so I haven't had time to go through them. But at some point, I got to go through those returns and figure out what I'm going to do with them. Sell them on Sell the work of like the stuff that still works and whatnot on like Facebook Marketplace or something. How long does it usually take for your products to be received from Amazon from the moment the prep center receives? It's taking 1 to almost 2 months from when I send in. I don't use a prep. That seems 1 to 2 months seems high. It's usually, yeah, 3 to 5 weeks. Um, with our conversion rate so high, how do you manage to get a good profit when selling in the States? Uh, yeah, I mean, so like if I'm buying something in the States and then selling it in the States, I'm paying with a US dollar credit card that I can pay off with the US dollars that I get paid from the proceeds. So the exchange rate doesn't come into play as much with that. Do I need to pay a monthly fee for your course? No, you don't. And you get lifetime access, but there's no monthly fee. Absolutely not. It's a one time fee. You sell in US marketplace for $40 a month. Do you need to pay another fee for Canada and then another for Mexico? I thought 40 covered all three. Yeah, it covers all three. Can you source from place like Alibaba? Yeah, I just don't recommend it. Are you constantly adding modules to your course? Yes. So I have like I'm always making new videos. I haven't posted a lot of videos lately, but I have like a bunch of videos that I have to upload. I just have to edit them first. And then once I've edited them, I'm going to be adding them to the course. So yes, I do add stuff to the course. And when you are already a student, you will get an email whenever new stuff is added, and then you can go through all the new content. Why don't I recommend purchasing from Alibaba? Just because I personally did it before and I didn't have success with it. There's a lot of people who fail with purchasing from Alibaba. So that's why I stick to online arbitrage, which I've had a lot of success with. Online arbitrage is when you purchase items from online retailers and then resell them on Amazon for a profit. Do you know what could be the reason why they charge me for Mexico and Canada? No, I don't. I would reach out to Amazon's like customers or Seller Central support and see what's going on with that, because it should be one fee for all three. It's a unified account. Unless something's changed in like the last month, but really don't think so. Yeah, no worries. What should I do if I don't make any sales if I invest the 1K on Amazon FBA? So let's say you buy $1,000 worth of inventory and it just doesn't sell. Hopefully that's not the case, especially if you learn how to do it properly. You're not going to run into that. You're going to be buying products with good enough sales rank that it's going to sell. But let's just say worst case you ran into that. You can either lower your price to like a break even point where you're just going to try to sell the inventory to get your money back, or you can get the inventory sent back to you and then you can sell it because you're buying well-known products. You could sell it on like another marketplace like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or Kijiji. My issue is stuff is running out too quick. Hey, that is a good problem to have. Um, yeah, that's definitely a good problem to have. Let's say I have the funds and want to make 10K net per month. How many hours per week would that require? I don't know that there's necessarily a set number that's going to require. I mean, ideally, the more the better. That's going to allow you to find more products to sell and purchase and resell. But to give you a number on that, maybe, yeah, yeah, maybe 20 to 30 hours a week starting out. How do you get ungated for popular name brands? Yeah, so I recommend an ungating service in order to get that. Can you explain the recent Amazon fee increase? No, I haven't paid too much attention to it, but it's like a 5% increase on one portion of the fee. It's not too bad. What other software besides TA would you recommend for OA? I'd recommend just check the links down below, actually, in the description of this. Guys, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I just have to get dinner started. I'll be right back. Having ribs for dinner, so that should be good. Maui something ribs. All right, guys, I'm gonna head up in about 5 minutes, so I got 5 more minutes. Let me know any of your last minute questions. Yeah, so if you have tactical arbitrage and you're running searches all the time, you're gonna find products to sell. Um, and you shouldn't have a problem with finding products that are gonna be profitable. Did you get your ribs from Amazon? No, I did not. I got them just from the grocery store. What is OA? OA is online arbitrage. Is it possible for you to show us your sales for this year live? Yeah, for sure. Just got it. I'm gonna flip. One sec. Let me get onto it first. I won't be able to show you guys on YouTube, but I can show the people on TikTok. Business reports. Year to date, apply. All right, let me flip the screen here. So this is year to date. As you can see, I'm pressing apply, so it's updated right now. So sold 2,043 units, 505,000. Average sales per order item, 259.33. Last year, 1.8 million. And this is just Amazon.com. I sell on Amazon.ca as well. But yeah, that's giving you the live look at it. It's just stopping in. Hey, what's going on, 702? Good to see you in here. How much would be a good starting investment? I recommend starting with at least $1,000 to invest in inventory. How many years have I been selling again? I've been selling for 9 years. Do I have just one account? Yes. 500K sales year to date? Yes. It's a slower year than last year for sure because I've been spending way more time on these aspects of the business and not focusing on Amazon as much, but I'm going to pump it up in Q4 for sure. How many years? Okay. How much did you do your first year in ROI and how much for 2021 in ROI? I think 2021 was probably around 2.5 million with both Amazon.com and Amazon.ca. ROI is about, or like profit margins about 20%, and profit at that time, my first year was I did 30K in sales, and profit was 30% at that time. What is the average ROI on OA? It really depends on the product. Ideally around 30%. Average sale is actually 259. So I sell high value items. That's my niche. What is inventory? That's stuff that you purchase to sell on Amazon. Still great numbers, good work. Hey, thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it. Beast mode. Yeah, thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to take 5 last questions, 5 more questions, and then I'm going to hop off. I got to go put the ribs into the oven. I should be making them on the smoker, but just easier to make it in the oven tonight. Do your students leave reviews for your course? I don't have a page for them to leave reviews, but I should get that. That's a good idea. Thanks for your time. Looking forward to working with you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you too, Glenn. Thank you for being here in this live, guys. Thank you to, I'm not going to say the names, but you know who you are, who just purchased the course 8 minutes ago. I appreciate it, guys. Starts with a B and an M. And you guys know who you are. Thank you for purchasing. I look forward to working with you guys. Yeah, standard. Thanks for sharing all those tips. I appreciate it. Do I sell a course? Yes, I do. It's called FBAfreedomcourse.com. You can find it there. I'll just type it out here. FBAfreedom.com. What do you do with unfulfillable inventory? How does Amazon reimburse you for it? So I just get unfulfillable inventory sent back to me. You also do one-on-one? Yes, I do. How often do I go live? I try to go live, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Just hit the bell notification, and then you'll get notified every time that I come on live. You're welcome, guys. I'll be back to help next time as well. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, once again, guys, thank you for being here. One-on-one is 500 US per hour, or if you purchase the course, then you can get it for 200 US per hour. Do you have any Canadian prep centers that you recommend? Yes, I do. I recommend them in the course. I don't recommend them on here anymore just because I was getting people reaching out. How much more is one-on-one coaching with you? So yeah, if you buy the course, then it's an additional $200 for the 1 hour. Or if you don't buy the course, then it's 500 US per hour. When am I going live again? I'll try to go live again tomorrow, but I can't guarantee it. Standard is not one of my students. No, as far as I know, I don't think so. How much is the course? 997 US dollars. All right, guys on YouTube, I am heading off now. If you're watching this YouTube live and it's not live anymore, feel free to comment your questions and I'll do my best to answer those. I will see you guys next time. And once again, I just did post a new YouTube video today, so go watch that as well. I will talk to you guys next time.